Oh man, oh man. What is up, family? What is good? Good to see everybody here tonight. Thank you so much for coming on by. Happy Sunday. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. I hope your team won. I hope you got some cash. And I also hope you didn't gamble your life away. Right? So, is the game still on, or who won, or what is the deal? Let me know in the chat, because my family, I am not a fan of that sport. I'm a fan of motorsports. But let me know who won. What's happening? OGG, did you make a bunch of cash? Oh, dude, damn, Casey won. Okay. So were you going for the 49ers or who?
My sister. I had 10 bets. I lost $150.
Damn it. 10
different tickets with legs going every different direction, and I ended up losing 100. But I had thousands of dollars on the line.
Oh,
basically
dude.
a push.
Man, so we were wanting the 49ers to win is what you're saying.
No. I had every side, every which way. That's not how I do it, I tried to middle it,
I hear that.
A bunch of prop bets, all kinds of things. And basically, if Kittle would have got more, the tight end for San Francisco, if he would have got 3+ catches and over 25 yards, I would have probably won about 3,000 or 4,000. It cost me four tickets. But the sides and the total, with where I had it, where I had the line moved, I hit all my sides and totals on both teams. Because I had bets on both teams. But the line moved different directions, if you get what I'm saying.
Damn it, man. Okay. Yeah, so
that's all good.
Yeah, man. So, all right. I get you. But it was, you know what? I did catch the halftime show, though. That's what I will catch that.
Yeah. It started off slow, but ended good, I thought. The halftime show, I thought it started off horrible, but then it picked up at the end.
Yeah, man, yeah. And the company that I used to work for, they they run the sound for that. So it's always curious to see how they're sounding later on. Although the sound that you're getting is really from the Pro Tools truck, right? But aside from that, it's good to see it working out live too. I'm not hearing the live mix. I'm hearing whoever is in the truck receiving the signal from the company that I worked for. They're the ones mixing the sound, right? But aside from that, yeah, man, I just wanted to see how they do each halftime show each year, man. Well, I got to tell you, man, every single time I did, I was a technician for that, audio technician for that. There was a huge amount of gear to load. I'm talking about six to maybe 8 semis of just the biggest like speakers in the world, man. But yeah, cool stuff. What's up, Cameron? Good to see you, bro. Did you catch the game?
No.
Oh, dude. So the Chiefs beat the 49ers, man. I'm sure you're happy.
I know.
That you do know.
But it's like rooting for like Bin Laden or rooting for Saddam Hussein.
Oh, dude, the better evil or the lesser evil.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I was actually rooting for like a nuclear bomb to go off.
Oh my god. Dude, that's crazy. Because I know that you're not the biggest fan of 49ers and stuff, dude. That's why I was like, dude, they got beat.
Chiefs. Or the Chiefs.
Or the Chiefs. Jesus Lord.
I despise the 49ers. I despise the Chiefs, but I think the only thing I couldn't watch because I hate both teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched like 10 minutes of it, but I despise Taylor Swift too, so it's kind of like.
What? Wait, was she on? No way. I saw Usher and Luda and.
No, she's
at the beginning of the show.
She's banging Travis Kelce.
She's at all the games now.
Oh, I thought you mean performing, or did she didn't? I didn't see her perform in the halftime. I did come in a little late though. Yeah, no, man. I saw like Usher and Ludacris, and a bunch of I don't even know if it was freaking Nate Dogg. I don't know who I saw. All a bunch of dudes from the early 2000s came out. But yeah, man, really interesting halftime show. But other than that, bro, I didn't watch the game. So,
I'd rather do motocross than that crap.
right, man. Dude. And that was actually yesterday. Yesterday, that was Glendale,
That's how
Arizona.
much I hit that. And I'm a big NFL fan, but I just can't.
Those two teams are just a no-go for you, man.
Yeah.
Options, what's up, buddy? Good to see you here, man. We are just saying what's up and saying, seeing what everybody thought about the game, the Super Bowl. So I personally didn't watch it. And I honestly, dude, I'm more of a fan of motorsports and stuff. So, but yeah, it's a pretty good conversation nonetheless. Smokescreen, dude, I actually, that is actually the last course I am teaching, man. I am no longer gonna continue. I may consider doing some one-on-one mentorships, but not in groups anymore, brother. That's I need to make sure that I can dedicate the time to the Arca Bulls trading team more than anything, and my trading personally, right? But yeah, dude, keep your eyes out for anything like that. I may do one-on-ones, but like I said, dude, I don't think I'm going to continue with the whole group thing. It takes a great deal of dedication and a lot of attention towards the master students, right? And I'm running right now 2 individual tracks, right? So track number 4 students, they are probably going into week number, I don't know, 7 or something out of 17 weeks, and track number 3, they're going into like 11, I think. So, but yeah, my brother, thank you so much for asking, my dude. I really appreciate you. And if those solo sessions do seem to, attract you for any reason, never hesitate to send me a message, dude. We can always talk. I can always think about it, But as of now, this is just it for now. But I appreciate you for asking, my brother. Coin Fox, what is up, my dude? Good to see you here. Really appreciate you coming on by. And yeah, we got a few things to talk about. Cryptic and I had already, let's see, we're no problem. I think I'll think about the solo. All right, my buddy. All right. Cryptic and I took a look at this play for NVIDIA because it has 2 present situations, right? It has a bear play against a bullish play. So we're looking at a potential bull trap coming in, maybe into Monday or Tuesday, likely Monday. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm seeing a potential bull trap here, and the reason why is because the ultimate take profit from this pennant, since it's already on its way up, right? Yeah, I get it. We do have a little bit of a declining volume here, a little bit of an inclining price here, some bearish divergence coming in. I'm wondering if we may still get the opportunity to run the daily true range on this to the upside on one single shot, well, throughout a day, right? We're looking at what is it? It's about almost $21 in ATR. And let's see, hold on just a sec. I'll put it back to the hourly. So if that's the case, the full extension move from this pennant is located at about 747.23. Now, the take profit for the breakout from the rising wedge to create the trap, right, like the fake out, would be right at about 743 at the 1.618, almost exactly, right? So literally 10 cents off from each other. So I have the target set to 743.04 and the 1.618 at 743.14. So this is an area where we would face a lot of resistance based on the first take profit from this formation, but it's a bearish one, we know. So now if you take into consideration the center of the triangle, right, you would take price action to this target, 754.72. Now, the full-on take profit of this pennant is right up here, right at 747.23. So it kind of has some correlation to that. But here's the thing. I doubt this. I don't know. I doubt this, but something tells me that if we start combating this target here, the 754, then we may have a shot to invalidate this bearish formation. And that would be the target of about at the 2.272 at around 778. Now, I don't think that's the case, though. I really do think that the pennant is the the full-on bullish take profit, and the rising wedge. This would be its the bull trap, right at the 1.618 to around 750-ish. So I'm thinking 743.14 to about 748. Let me see, 747.23. So right around there, I'm thinking that we could start seeing a pretty massive rejection, and then we would have to see about just distributing here whatever needs to be distributed. Very likely for us to come back and test 711, and then seeing how it is for us to bounce to the upside. So there may be the need to grab some more bulls here to take this thing to further upside targets. Let me actually just look at the daily time frame here, because there could be some. Yeah, there is actually. So let me show you what I see. I'm gonna hide the drawings, and just to put it in very, very, very simple terms, right? So go ahead and take a look at these 4 volume bars down here, and these 4 daily bars up here. So usually when you're getting this decrease in volume and you get this increase in price, that usually means that there's a bearish divergence, right? You're decreasing that bull pressure as you move up. So at some point, this could reverse. I'm not saying that it is going to. I'm just saying that it's at a risk. So it's at 722.96, just about $723. If I can maybe put in a quick guess here, I would say let me take a look at a couple of these time frames here, right? So I would say that we start off bearish on Monday, and then push to the upside. Let me take a look at a couple things first of all. So let's see. Yeah, we have a downside pivot on the 15-minute time frame. Same thing on the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, I think the first hour here for Nvidia could be a drop, right? I'm not sure that we'll make it all the way back down to here, but there is. I mean, this thing could certainly do it. First target to look at for the downside, I think, come tomorrow would be 712 at the top side of this this candle here. So 712.17 is the pullback. So there is an opportunity here to potentially long this and long it for like a pretty good break to that 750 target. So let's see. What was it again? 712. You joking? 712.17. So I'm gonna check back here in the chat to see what your thoughts are, right? For both in Cryptic and whoever else. But what are you thinking, Auron? What do you feel?
Drop down to 200 on the 5, 711.74. There's your support.
711.74. I'm looking at. Oh yeah, dude. I think you're. I'm gonna put it right there. 711.74. You said, right? See. Okay. So we have an area that we can observe. Sorry, go ahead.
What was that option talked about this? Forward splitting?
What? Wait. We're sorry.
Yeah,
options is saying we're gonna. Tell me, brother.
It's gonna split, but that's after earnings. That's a ways away. They're gonna split it down so people can afford to buy it.
Yeah, I was talking about that as a joke actually 2 weeks ago.
It does make sense though. That's what they did with Tesla.
Too much. Yeah, they did that to Tesla at around $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 or something. And this yeah, dude, at $800 is just it's so much money. Like, who the hell's going to be able to buy that? I mean, you're going to want people to just invest fractionals.
It's becoming harder to buy.
Yeah. And it's like stepping away from the realm of even your heavier day traders. You're removing a big percentage of that. So 800 by earnings, easy to see. The chain says so. 808 is it's a 2 trillion market cap. Let's see the forward split announcement on earnings. You will see. Okay. They will. Okay. Then maybe. Yeah. Okay. So. If I was saying that by joke, actually, so if they do something like that, man, it's gonna accumulate. But it's not only it's not until after. So immediate short-term time frame, I see a little bit of weakness, man. So here's the danger just to the short term, because we're already observing the potential of a drop to 711 to 715. So if you're dropping 711 715 range, that already puts you in danger to might as well take it to 705. And then if you're at 705, might as well take it to 700 and bounce from there. Right? So that's going to be your not 786, 701, 11. And I would really, really, really like to see this bounce from that zone, because if we start failing the not 618 here, and that would be the 693.71 on the actual candle, then there's danger here. There's danger for the downside. But what I will tell you is that it's a very strong area of support, and that being the golden pocket. So even if we do drop into the zone here, there could be an explosive bounce. So yeah, I think that there could be an opportunity for a few. I mean, we're gonna have to see this live. We're gonna have to feel it, and then we're gonna have to see how that behaves, right? So remember, man, like dropping 11 points, this can do it. It's like a sneeze for it, because it has like an over $20 ATR on a daily. But once you start diving into the 20 ATR and above that, then you can start triggering some stops. You can start triggering some potential bear FOMO, all that stuff. Joseph, so do you think it's coming down first and then yeah, I think Monday we start off bearish, and we could get a little bit of a distribution, give a quick opportunity for the bulls to pick up at a lesser level, and then take it to the top side. I'm not sure that the top side is going to be 800, but I can certainly see us going towards that 750, towards that 740, anywhere between shallow 740s and deep 750s. That's where I'm seeing that we can go for the immediate short term. Beyond that, I'm just guessing, right? And I can just speculate based on flow and based on other things. Sure, I can see this thing running to 800, but I can't see it, right? And I'm trading the day here, so I'm not gonna fortune tell you that this is definitely gonna go to 1800, because there's definitely no definitely's in the market, right? Nothing's guaranteed. Anything can happen, right? It's just imagine that, God forbid, the NVIDIA CEO passes away. This thing will dump, right? There's literally an endless amount of variable that can cause this thing to dump, right? Or pump, for that matter. But yeah, so my favor here is towards the bulls, to be very honest. To be perfectly clear with you, I am favoring the bulls. But immediate short-term time frame pullbacks, yeah, they're going to happen. We're going to zigzag. It's going to have to take some time. But CoinFox is saying crackhead's going to be oversleeping. What's up, Candace? Good to see you here. And oh my goodness, man, this is quite the opportunity here that we have for NVIDIA. I will say that if we decide to even long here, at some point we also have to come to terms here that I said this earlier. we are absolutely buying the freaking top. Okay, so So I mean, user discretion advised, right? Because damn, right? This thing could really show some. That could show some. Man, you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm still favoring the bulls, right? I'm still favoring the bulls, but I can't ignore that this thing is up like 1,000,000%, right? So this is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. LPB, what is up? Saying hi, Arca. Do you think there will be a video? I can't even say that, bro. And I know you're trying to trick my ass again. Dude. So anyway, LPB, when are you going to trade with me, man? Stop trying to trick me. When are you trading with me? Huh? When are you going to come by to the Arca Bulls trading team and actually make something? You know what I'm saying? Let me, once the split, options saying once the split happens, we will then consolidate and be on our way to the highest market cap after. Oh, dude, I believe it, man. NVIDIA is a monster. Manus Bond saying, would the forward split cause a drop if announced because it has been priced in? Didn't Tesla pull back after it split? Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, it did, right? Because there's always a fear, and there's always a I don't know what to do, right? So people think people think that it got shorted from $1,000 to $200, but they don't realize that it just forward split, right? So all these things create all kinds of fear, and misconception. You just gotta read the rules, and that's it. So OPB, I lost all my money in fake meme, fake name cryptos. Oh, dude, did you play? Don't tell me you played Pepe. The PE is that the crypto Pepe, the crazy one? What did it
Is
go?
it you?
Yeah, dude, which one? What did it go? Do you know about that Cryptic Pepe?
No, I've never heard of it.
Dude, that thing, OGG, what did it go to?
Oh, I didn't follow it. I've seen it out there. I didn't play that one. I don't.
It made millionaires. I don't even
But
remember
it's
what.
definitely a freaking ripoff. That and that hex.
So LPB saying the T Swift coin gave me bad blood. Oh, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear, man. And
Swift as a coin.
yeah, can you remember the the one video that I've shown you guys about the Squid Games coin, dude? I don't know where it was, dude. It was really high, and that thing in a matter of a split second, it just zeroed. It rugged all the way to zero. And I mean, I can't. I'm not gonna say that it was absolute zero, but I think it dropped to like 5 zeros in one, right? So pretty much zero. So CoinFox is saying there's no split and there's no reason to split. Plenty of stocks way higher priced. And remember, Tesla traded over 1,000 for quite a while before the reverse splitting. Yeah, that is true. I do remember it trading at least maybe a year or just under a year when it jumped above 1,000. I remember it going into like, dude, I remember Tesla reaching like 12, 13, maybe $1,400 a share. It was high, really, really high. Sex coin and ass moon. Dude. So CoinFox is saying one thing is I will say is risk is dialed up for sure. Yeah, man. So I guess if we can be just ballers and identify the true trend here over what Nvidia is going to do since its October 2022 lows of $108 to its $722 present valuation, we have to be super careful over what we do. Right? This is massive. This is incredible price action. Oh my goodness. Options, where you at? You got to take a look at the things that Cryptic is. Oh, you are here. Okay. Oh my goodness. I was going to say, you got to see the things that Cryptic is posting in the Arca Bulls chat. LBB saying, would you rather have 100,000 GTII or an extra toe?
What? What the heck?
What?
Stupid.
Who asked that question?
Dude, what? Wait a second. Let me read that again. Let me read this again. Okay. It says, would you rather have 100,000 GTII shares or an extra toe? Okay. Dude, my eyes are watering, dude. That is such a fucking random question. Bro, that was
the analogy.
Dude, I know. Well, to tell you the truth, if I owned 100,000 GTII shares at this point, that would probably mean that I'm gonna lose a lot of money. Right? Because
unless you just bought it.
well, I mean, because I'm thinking that it's still going to drop to freaking whatever I'm saying, right? So if it continues to drop, that will be a freaking total loss. You know what I mean? So maybe the toe is going to have to, I'm going to have to take a hit on my social life.
Cryptic and I are going to buy it at 10 cents. We're both putting in $100,000 a piece. We're going to write it up to $3 and then sell it.
Dude,
pull on those fuckers again. Why they hold it?
you know, the thing was is that I was gonna say I'll rather own the 100,000 GTI shares if there was an options chain, you know, but
Right.
but since there's not an options chain, then it makes it a little
What are you gonna do
difficult.
with a toe, dude?
Dude, my social life, bro. My social life is gonna take a hit. All right, here you go. Yeah, I made my final decision. I'd rather have the 100,000 GTI shares and realize it immediately. So then I'm up 40 cents times 100,000 shares, and I don't have an extra toe that's gonna, minimize my chances at anything in life because I can't even take my shoes off at the damn beach, man. So, wait, options, is that true? Joe H is saying he'd rather both. Oh, dude, that was terrible. Oh man, what a terrible question. I'm not gonna lie, man, that stumped me for a bit. But I think I'd rather take the money. What about you, Cryptic?
Still stuff. What the fuck you gonna do with an extra
I'll take the money,
toe?
dude.
I know, man. What if
take the money?
Can I donate it? Can I can I
Donate
donate
your
it for
toe.
$100,000? Like, you can have my toe, bro. Just the black market. No, I'd rather take the cash. LPB, the cash it is. Put me down. Oh, there's a new something going on Twitter regarding pumpers again. Oh, dude, I don't even remember the last time I made a freaking video on YouTube. Like, made a dedicated video for a stock on YouTube.
You're talking about the pumper bull?
Yeah, the pumper bull.
You're going heads up against Ham.
Dude, I am going heads up against Ham. Check this out.
You're gonna lose, bro.
I
can guarantee it.
Check it out, guys. This. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Where'd it go? It's already got 4,000 views. Oh my goodness. So, guys, I am right. I am right here.
So
with Ham.
So the finals right now, OGG, right now, here's my bet. Benedetto against Ham is the finals.
Benedetto against Ham.
I think Moon against Ham.
Dude, I can't believe I'm in the same tier with Moon. That sucks.
I think Benedetto upsets Moon.
You think so?
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. Super fun to watch. He does this every year.
Yeah, Arca's going down in the first round.
Dude, I'm going.
Arca's going to get slayed, dude.
I think I'm going to get.
Who's going to vote for him because he's not a pumper?
Guys, I got to tell you the truth.
Look,
yeah.
But look, the Ham versus Border matchup. Damn, that's one hell of a matchup.
Dude, they're on polar opposites right here.
Dude, Ham versus not Frank, Borders.
Oh, Borders.
That's a final. That's a final four matchup right there. That should be the final, but they're on the same side.
That's the finals.
Yeah, that's final four.
But it's not. It's gonna be final four.
Holy crap! So what? Like, how, you read? You know how to read this?
Of course I do, dude. Come on,
bro. I know you eventually reached to the top two, and then the top two match it up to get the one winner. I get it, but like, how do you?
It's the brackets. Just follow the brackets.
But it's like a college basketball bracket.
It's like the basketball bracket.
So one person here will make it into this one, and one person on this side will make it into the one here.
Yeah. Look, it's like Ham right there is the 1 seed. Borders is the 2 seed on that side. On the other side, Moon is the 1 seed, and Benedetto's the 2 seed.
Oh, I got, dude. I mean, so
you're like the lowest seed. You're like the lowest seed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the lowest, dude, the highest influence here is actually Moon Market. That fool has mad followers, bro.
Well, those two, Ham and Moon Market, are 2 number ones.
Yeah.
They're the favorites. The second favorites are Benedetto and Borders.
Oh.
And then the guys in the middle, like the guys in the middle are kind of like me.
I can't even believe you're on there, bro. I almost lost it when I saw that.
Dude.
Like, have they not figured out he's not a pumper? The guy's fucking short and he's buying puts every day on things and then he'll buy calls on it the next day. How the fuck is he a pumper?
Dude,
OGG, let's put money on this, baby.
Okay, you got to get the stats. You got to get the stats ready.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no math to work on that fucking bracket,
dude. Okay, well, let me. I want to like point something out here. I'm gonna go to my channel, right? And I'm going to show the last video that I've actually posted regarding anything, like anything at all, like for real. I haven't posted any videos since, let's see, 3 weeks ago. And that was Tesla and Meta.
You put it in both.
Dude, oh my goodness, man. And then, oh goodness gracious. Yeah, dude, see, yeah, man, I was already leaning towards all like, big cap, right? I was already leaning towards big cap around here.
Your claim to pumper fame is 100%.
It's like effective,
GTII.
dude. It's like effective. It like never went away, you know?
No, it never went away.
Dude,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
Arca has a bad draw. Yeah, he's a horrible draw.
Dude, LPP just said, man, Arca's going to slip ham the vegan pump and dump. What does that mean?
That's like Duke against like Oral Roberts or something like that.
But
Yeah,
guys,
you have no chance.
How did you know what I mean?
dude,
Getting into the second round, you have no chance.
Yeah.
When I saw you're up against him, I'm like, oh, he's not gonna fucking make it to the round.
Okay, think of it this way, Arca. It's like Ham's UCLA, and you're like,
I'm like Los Angeles Valley College.
Yeah, pretty much. You have no chance.
I have no chance. Oh, dude.
You're a JC.
Yeah, but junior college, straight up. Dude, so check this out. Check what Ian said. I freaking love you, bro. Thanks for having my side, damn it. Dude, check this out. Ian says there isn't a trader on there that holds a candle to Arca. Moon is the biggest pumper and dumper going.
Hey, Arca, what do you have up there? What do you have what's the thing up there?
Wait, hold on. Let me bring the picture up again. What did you say? What the hell is it? Here it is. So, dude, the pumper bowl. I made it onto another one of these things. This is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, dude. When I saw this, I replied with just I was dying of laughter because, like, oh my god, dude, like,
Fucking hilarious.
dude, and yeah, dude, Killer Pump's a good dude. Like,
Yeah, he's great. I love him.
he doesn't mean nothing, man. And you know, everybody's gonna be like, dude, yeah, Arca, yeah, he like used to be part of the crew here, but like now he's like trading just big stock, you know, all sad. Oh, dude. But yeah, man, I'm not. Yeah, options. It's called the Pumper Bowl, and I made it on there, man. And then also remember the freaking capybara thing. I was the number one FNGR, finger motion pumper that there was like ever. Like, damn. I don't know how the hell that happened, bro.
That's when you had your game on, dude. You were fucking on your game. You were on your. I was had severe pump going.
Dude, I can't like avoid talking like. See, when there's a big mover, like I'll talk about it, but before it moves, right? So then it starts moving, and then naturally I'm a pumper within it. You know, I didn't do anything really. I just said, yo, there's a big ass probability here that this thing may run on statistics, right? So, and then the big run comes in, Arca's a pumper, dude. Oh man.
Well, the funny thing is you don't ever run the numbers up to these astronomical fucking bullshit things like, Ham and Ace and William and some of these other guys out there. Like even when you put, saying finger, was moving up because it was moving up. You were calling out $5-10 tops. These guys are saying don't sell until it's triple digits. I was saying that it could go up to maybe, well, I mean, if it continued on the same consistency, meaning that the play was still on without it being invalidated by reaching contraction or expansion, right? Since we were in the middle of volatility. If it continued going, then there was a possibility of reaching like $12.80, maybe even $15. And then on a Twitter Spaces that I was invited to, I was invited to be a guest speaker. Somebody asked me, well, what do you think about FNGR going to $40 or $45? And I said that anything's possible in the markets, but the setup isn't there. But we could have a setup if it does put out. It's the truth.
It could be
Anything's
there, but it's
possible.
not there. There's always a probability
Right.
of something, and then they asked me, so how would that possibility or that probability be, effective? So then I had to explain what time frames I would like to see trigger, how the ripple of time could, the impact and the ripple of time could happen for a move that drastic. There were several things. There were several things in line, and I said that it's a little tough to get something like that in order because ever since GME and AMC and all that, these institutions have gotten ultimately more protective against getting things to rip like that. So they'll always they'll always halt things like a bunch of times. They'll halt it and halt it and halt it and halt it, and then all those halts like put this underlying fear, and sometimes they capitulate really hard afterward, but sometimes they'll continue to run, which is why they continue to halt it. But yeah, you know what, man, I even said that statistically speaking, GTII on the setup that we did from 43 cents, but when it hit 47, right? So from 43 cents when it hit when it went down to 47, it bounced from 47 to $3. So that setup, the historical back test was a massive 3-day back test leading all the way back, dude. I mean, like historical numbers, I think were like 1990 something GTII. It was weird. So I had all that data, or early 2000s. I forgot what it was. So I had all that data collected, and the data was suggesting at the very furthest extended move of an upper bound of the third standard deviation, right? You can only imagine the biggest thrust that it can have. It was leading to a 3,000 something percent, which can lead the targets up to like $18 to $21, maybe $22. But that was me explaining the same thing that I explained with even on Tesla, right? The Tesla play that we did. I said, well, a full extension move from $240 is telling us that we would drop all the way down to like 164. I'm not saying that we're going there. I'm saying that that's the full extension, right? So that the full extension for GTII around the time was around $20, and so that was also like it was a huge percentage gain. And there were a lot of things to kind of validate that or back it, but just not the setup. The volatility versus momentum, started just like, let me open up this screen here. Just like this here, right? We were waiting. I told everybody, right? We're waiting for this point right here in contraction, right? So I even drew it. I remember the videos. I drew it like this, right? I told them that I'm looking for something. Let me go ahead and put it down. Right, I remember doing it like this, and showing even the moving average, how it could go under and then pick up afterwards, right? So first, we would need volatility to enter the 15%, right? This was when we were at around right up here when we were at around $4 GTII, maybe $4 or $5. So right around here, I'm saying, no, this thing is going to go to 43 cents, right? It's going to drop. It needs to continue dropping into contraction because after contraction is done, we're going to expand violently. Since it's a historical move, it hasn't been down there in a while, right? In the 3-day time frame. So I said we would need it to start curving right around in here, and that's not the firing of the setup yet. So everybody was asking, where's the volatility? Where's the volatility? Where's the volatility? And we were dropping and dropping and dropping. And I said, guys, remember, I'm telling you 43 cents from $5, right? This is no joke. I really mean this, So people were like, okay, like, well, you're a shill or whatever. And I'm like, oh, well, I mean, the data's the data. I don't care what you say. So we finally started getting that curvature, and we finally started getting that top side. And the moment that we actually had the moving average and the volatility component move upside of the 15%, I said, this is ready. This is the signal is fired, and it fired off around 71 cents. So around 71 cents, I said, yo, this thing's getting ready. This thing is ready. The signal has fired off for a massive move to the upside. I am letting y'all know that I'm expecting this thing to run into the deep 180s, 190s. If we pass that and we're still not at expansion, this thing could probably reach even $3, $3.50. And yeah, dude, it was around 2 weeks of movement. It just moved up 560% to the upside based on that 3,000% average setup that I put out. So, at $3, at $2.98, I remember that day I tweeted I was exhausted. When it reached that, I was like, "Congratulations, team! The move was completed." And then I just went to sleep. And I hope that people took their profits there. But it was a massive run, dude. And
You
that's
know
what,
what I've always
yeah,
wondered? Sorry for interrupting. You know what I've always wondered is what the thought process is of these people that buy into these MOASs of these OTC stocks, and they're thinking that they're not going to sell until it gets up into the high triple digits or the four digits. Who the fuck do they think's going to buy it from them? I mean, who's going to buy a penny stock company like GTII at $1,000, or let's just say $100? Okay, that has not created any revenue in 5 years. They own nothing. It's a shell company that's located in Nevada. I mean, it has every red flag in the world. Who's going to buy your 10,000 shares at $100? Who's going to do that?
yeah,
Nobody.
it's gonna be just a huge distribution at that point.
Yeah, you're just stuck with it
Yeah,
until it rides down to where somebody says, "Okay, I'll buy it at $7."
that's the scary thing there too. The only thing that could possibly happen there would actually be relying on FOMO. Because trust me when I say, man, there will be people there. Like if, for example, GTI did squeeze and it did run back to the $9, $10, $20, $30. That people will buy that. People will buy at those levels. Like,
Yeah, they'll buy that, not
fuck.
the triple digits or the thousands. What these idiots are saying they're holding.
In GME, people were buying at $300-$400.
Yeah, but that's a legitimate company.
Right?
They have stores. They have assets.
And
They're
then
not
and
an
then
OTC.
also yeah, and then also another like for real legitimate company. People were buying into the $1,000 average of VWAG.
Volkswagen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people were
yeah.
buying at $900, $1,000. But yeah, they're thinking, well, this is Volkswagen. It's going to be around forever. $1,000 probably this probably is going to go to $40,000 or something. Damn. So so I'm personally protective against things like that. And in order for me to stay away from like things like this, I try, I try to just not be around that area because I'm not here for the social influencing per se. I'm trying to be here for the trading craft, right? And I tried. I used to specialize on small caps, right? So I started off with Redbox ticker RDBX, which then got acquired by Chicken Soup for the Soul CSSE. I charted several massive gainers using like meme stocks like BBBY, and all of them were bull plays, right? So a lot of people would they would kind of question like the moment that I would disappear because the play is over, and they're thinking like, well, what's going to happen next? So that's why I started covering tickers more so often than not, because people were still asking like, what's happening? I'm like, dude, the play is like, why are you still in it? And people would really want to continue. They would really want to continue going further and further. You know what I mean? Like they would want to. You can't force a play. You really can't force a play. But I tried my best to give the bull plays out there. But then, man, I was testing the downside too, and I'm like, dude. Well, and I didn't realize that, right? I didn't realize that putting the bull play obviously has a huge distribution from it, and obviously a lot of people were going to be they were going to be reluctant to sell because greed takes over, bro. And then also not only greed, but it's also the uneducated word, right? So you'll get some influencer to tell you this thing is going to freaking $1 million. I'm not going to sell in lesser than 3 million. And a lot of people would, a lot of people look at that and they're like, well, this person seems to have a lot of followers. I love this guy. So you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go ahead and stick to it and let's make it work. I'm not about that, right? I'm about competitive trading, and more so than anything, I'm about short-term trading. And I did that too with small caps. I wasn't about the swing plays or the squeezes, never. And people still don't. People know that. The ones that always follow me, they knew that I didn't care about direction, and they knew also. They would say, "Well, you don't even care about GTII," and then I would say out loud in public and interviews, and I would say, "Yeah, that's right. I don't give one shit about any of these stocks." It's like I'm here to
say that a million times. People, you were here dead silence on the other end when you would say that.
Yeah,
like,
because
I come back on.
Dude, I was here to trade the short term. That's it. Like, I don't care. It's like you're benefiting off of the information that I'm putting out because I am in that short term play. And that's it. And then most of the times, dude, I noticed that there was too much attention into those tickers, and I stopped trading all of them in general. So I wouldn't even put out the trades that I personally played until somebody started asking. They said, "Hey, Arca, like, when are we gonna get like plays that you want?" And I said, I'm transitioning into that. I would say that I'm transitioning into that. I'm going to move away from the small caps, because if I show you the plays that I'm playing, then there's going to probably be a rush of people going into that play, and then they're all gonna pump it, and it's just going to distribute later, and everybody's going to be left with a dump in a huge bag. And I don't want that to happen, so I never put out any of the small cap plays that I did personally. That's tough, man. That's really tough. You know what I mean? It's incredibly difficult, because I wish safety upon retail. I do. I don't want there to be anything like that's holding anything back. I'm sorry. I don't want there to be any pressure to the downside here, because then people tend to bet like money that you shouldn't be betting, and that's really unsafe. But what's up, Kit? Good to see you, buddy. It's been a while since I've seen you here. Of course, man. Let me give it a quick look for you. All good, my brother. And then team, let's just go over the macro markets and see what's going down for tomorrow, and move on. But you're already getting my thoughts over Nvidia, and I do think that Nvidia may start off in the red for the immediate short, and potentially pose an opportunity for bulls to get long and take it to another run to maybe the 740 to 750 zone. If we do get that, that'd be incredible. But yeah, so for Kit, let's go ahead and take a look at this ticker, BFRG. My brother, very good to see you here. Thanks so much for coming on back. Let me go ahead and load up a couple of my tools here to determine our position. Right, so hourly time frame does have a closure in the post hours, actually both in traditional and post, just under the linear regression bottom side, right? So usually when you get this closure beneath a regression band, then there could be pressure to the downside. Now, typically speaking, the pressure does usually lead to the opposition, right? And then you would get that reaccumulation towards that upside. But we have to determine first what the average true range is for this asset, right? So let's look at the daily time frame and see how much this can move on a daily basis, right? So this can move on average around 80 cents, right? So this used to be an asset that I would personally, the type of movement here would be something that I would consider trading back when I was in small caps. Maybe. Honestly, I would really like it to be bigger than 1.4 million. So it's a little shy, right? This can be mangled left and right a little bit, but let's see what it has in store. Let's pull up momentum and volatility here, starting in the hourly time frame, and let me see where my stochastics are sitting. That's odd. I don't have them up here. Let's get that in here. Okay, so first of all, 5-minute time frame is falling beneath the EMA 7, 9, and SMA 5. That is presenting some pressure and the likelihood of crossing below the EMA 20 in the immediate short term. So if this does fall beneath the EMA 20 on the immediate short, that means that we have pressure towards that SMA 50. So that SMA 50 may be located just shy of 490, right around 489. So if we were to pair this with an actual bottom, then I would actually have to do Wednesday's high, right about here, 487. So 487 would be the range that I'm looking for this thing to drop. Now, if that's the case, then we have to look at what the inflection point would be in a shorter term. So 487 actually, yeah. So this last candle here, right? This last hourly candle in the prior day, this is the power hour candle, right? So falling beneath that could show some pressure. 485, 486 right around there, and that would introduce the bottom side of the linear regression at around 473. But like I said, I really want to see what stochastics are saying from the immediate short. Okay, so this is a little overextended here in the hourly time frame. Let's see if this overextension has pushed your upper time frames towards the upside. Okay, so for example, the bi-hourly has an upside pivot on Stokes. That's good, right? Let's see the 3-hour time frame. Upside pivot even still, right? Just peeking into the overbought percentile. 4-hour time frame still in the bullish control zone with an upside pivot. 8-hour time frame, nice pivot towards the upside. Some contraction happening, right? Gotta be careful with that, right? Also, the potential of having these the 3 rising methods. I'm just gonna call it that from now on. I don't want to call it the white soldiers. I feel it's so racial, right? 12-hour time frame upside, dude, it is. And the daily time frame is presenting a potential complete setup here. Right, so I would really start to look out for this thing reaching into the area of about 528. There will be a massive pullback from that target there. So 528 to this top side right here, right, this gap, that would be 528 to 559. More than likely, the 528 would present a huge amount of resistance, and it would likely present a big distribution. Now, looking at the daily time frame, you do have a reversion, right? You want to pull back here to at least the SMA 50 since you broke out on top above, the SMA 50. That means that immediate short-term time frame may see a potential top right to around that area of 512, right? Once you get that 512, you'll get this drop here and then come back down to the zone of about the SMA 50 on the daily, which could be equivalent to the 5-minute time frame EMA 200. Around 468. Okay, so from this point here, we're gonna have to go ahead and see if the bulls are willing to take control, or if they're gonna kind of miss it here. But I do still feel like there could be some bull strength in line. First of all, when I said in the immediate short term is meaning that we get first the 5-minute time frame candle to drop down just a little bit, get this thing to ride the 512, then get this thing to the downside. Remember that it can move around 81 cents on a daily time frame. But now Kittredge is saying 137 million traded on 1.5 flow 2 weeks ago. I feel controlled accumulation on this bio A. Yeah, I would say. I think coming from me, it would be completely speculative, but I have to agree. And CoinFox saying BFRG over 489 could be a good swing. I think this one runs on sympathy to NVIDIA earnings. Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting how I described it too, because it was very similar to what I described with NVIDIA. It was almost the same thing. Now that I think about it, I didn't really put the AI and NVIDIA together. Dude, coin, bro, awesome, good eye. And dude, thank you, by the way. I failed to see that, but Kit, this is what I'm thinking, brother. I do think that there could, you know what? Let's run that. Let's run a correlation coefficient against NVIDIA, just real fast, right? So we'll put this thing on a 5-day time frame because usually you want to see these things on a weekly, right? It's the 5-day is the weekly, just with a little more grain, right? Just let's take a look at this. So let me do a correlation coefficient and run a ticker symbol NVDA against BFRG. Okay, and yeah, 100%. This is running in the yeah. Oh my goodness, this is getting close to the top percentile. This is for sure. It's running pretty deeply correlated to it. Daily time frame does have some deviations on it, but yeah, the upper time frames it's pretty much correlated. So yeah, there could be a sympathy run here to earnings on NVIDIA. So it would be important to keep an eye on NVIDIA's price action alongside BFRG because they will. No. CoinFox, no. Kit is not a female. Of course, Kit, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And so yeah, team. So this is for BFRG. Anyone interested in the small caps to take a look at that, right? Please be very careful trading this asset as it is very it is very thin, right? It could run inverse to your preference, and you know there's just a lot of there's just danger. There's danger in the markets in general, but just be careful. All right. So, what is the SPY telling us? What is the SPY telling us? Other than that, we really wanted to observe Netflix too, right? Netflix had a potential setup coming up, and let's see if we can actually get some of that info into here. So yeah, massive run up here on Friday, right? Running all the way up to the 569.50, then coming back down to the lows of about 558.11 before ending post market at 561. So 561, we're still in the upper bounds of the half, right? So we could technically still see a push to the upside. Let's take a look at the daily ATR on Netflix. Let's see. Okay. Here it is. Yeah, this thing is still running about $14 average true range here. So I will say that we have a massive amount of volatility, but please remember day trading Netflix, it's very volatile. It's similar to Tesla. It runs up and down very violently, to say the very least. Right, so let's pull back here. Let's take a look at the 5-minute time frame. I know it's a little convoluted here, right? But as I zoom in, we'll be able to catch more or less what's happening, and then also putting maybe some Heikin-Ashi candles. Let's see. Okay. All right. So yeah, man, wow. Netflix could be setting up a downside here, team. Okay, so this is your SMA 50 right up here at 561.65. I'm not sure if we're going to resist there or not, but there is some danger presented there. Let me pull up the hourly time frame and see. Okay, and also let's take a look at some moving averages too. Yeah, there is some danger. There is definitely some danger here. I think I am short biased on Netflix, and there is a play below 558.13. Below 558.13 can introduce a pretty nice short play. So let's take a look at a couple things here. Yeah, it's something's up, man. Something is a brewing. So SMA 100 resistance on the 5-minute time frame, 562.14. If we start diving beneath that 558.13, there could be a pretty nice opportunity to this would be a short-term take profit here for maybe options contracts. Yeah. I do think that we could drop into the area of about 555.77, right? And if we show more thrust to the downside, then yeah, your 554.37 could be a good shot. So CoinFox is saying DXY at a weekly support could really rip. If it holds, I have over 105 this week. The DXY could be bottoming. Yes, so if it's going to start showing supports and actually showing a bounce to the upside, risk assets will show some downside pressure too, right? So Netflix, CoinFox is saying Netflix failed to make the move last week. The 2-day wedge might fall to the downside. By daily wedge, let's take a look. Okay. Are you talking about up here? Or are you talking about this in here? Because all of this is very similar to even NVIDIA. So if this thing does fail, oh, dude, it's going to be ugly. If this fails, it's going to be terrible. And that would be a clear indication of your broader market pressure. And you know what? I am curious to see now the DXY myself too. This doesn't look so good. That doesn't look so hot here. Even in the shorter time frames, you can see that this thing is struggling big time. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. What's up, Joel? Good to see you here. The short term one, yeah, dude. I think that there's some pressure there. It's not really. I mean, I can see a clean regression on this, but that doesn't really mean anything to me, right? It's a diagonal line. I see the regression here, and I also see the series of higher highs, but overall, it's still in a downward regression too, right? So if we've, dude, yeah, man. Here's the bottom line: you start reaching this 554 bottom, that would be not only your biggest demand for the short term, but it's also inflection. So if you do fail, I would say something as small as an hourly candle. A 4 hour would really do it, but I think something as small as an hourly candle, starting the close beneath the 554 here, that would be capitulation time. And that could really, really, really bring things down to some certain right here. For example, there's some pressure, very short term pressure between the areas of about 550.35 to around 548.37, followed by, oh my goodness, dude, followed by around 541, then right in here 532 to about 534. This is really dangerous. This is getting dangerous too. It's making me feel very much like Nvidia is starting to make me feel too, like it's close to top out. I'm not sure if it's going to actually make the 600. Not sure if the Nvidia is going to make the 800. All of that stuff. But Netflix doesn't have the catalyst or whatever Nvidia may or may not have. So Nvidia may actually carry it. I'm not sure though. That's completely speculative and way out of my hands. So do not quote me. Do not quote me. Okay, but yeah, let's go. You know what? Now that I see there's some weird price action here on Netflix, let's take a look at the DXY. Okay, so let me pull up the 104.04, 104.04. Yeah, this is damn. Support for the DXY and inflection too, right? That would be your 103.94. Yeah, this is very close, and it's a very nice little bull flag too. Yeah, probably 103.94, and this thing could. Let me see. We're already facing a relevant resistance, but I definitely see like the deep 104s, like 104.85, 104.90, bottom side to about 105.01 is my top side on DXY. So yeah, so I'm thinking here that the broader markets are going to start facing some pressures, and we may start seeing a bearish outlook soon. Damn. So everything may actually get this, because Nvidia is showing it, but remember that it does have some fundamentals that it may benefit from, and Netflix is also seeing it, but I don't think it has fundamentals to have it retrace or invalidate such a move. The SPY on the hourly time frame. Let me see what this is doing. Okay, yeah, SPY hourly time frame does show to have a little bit of upside here, probably to the 501.65, right? To get the prior day's high or Friday's highs. Resistance is likely to be found there. I'm not sure that this can continue to the upside beyond the 501.65, but you never know. So if it does continue beyond the 501.65, then look for resistance around the 503.13. But I do think that we may get a short-term upside on the SPY around the 501.65 or just shy of it, and then move towards the downside here to try to find accumulation at the 500 zone, literally 556. Like 500.56 to see if this thing has enough thrust for a continuation to the upside. But again, if we're observing upside on the DXY, then the SPY, more than likely could face some downside. Hourly time frame bullish engulfing here, that's validating some upside move too. Further validations, not giving us a clear upside, right? Just telling us that there is a potential opportunity for upside here on the SPY short term. So for options, let's take a look at it, buddy. You said macro strategies. This is that one that we were observing a few days ago, right? So this is also in a very tedious situation here, and I will say that it is leading towards a pretty dangerous zone. But it doesn't. What's the app? Hold on. Let me see how this moves. Daily time frame. So you have an ATR of $36. It's pretty damn volatile. It's crazy. Your 5-minute time frame, is that true? Let me see. It's got a $2.41 average. That is borderline. You're gonna get killed, right? It's a little dangerous to day trade. This may be a better swing play. It's borderline here, man. This is borderline too much. But I will say that if you start closing beneath this 634.94, then there is a chance here that this thing is going to want to reach some critical lows, and those lows may be introduced to 617 to maybe around 614, which would max out its true range to the downside. And if that's the case, then this zone here is matching very well with the EMA 200. So could this be looking for a touch of the EMA 200 because it hasn't? But see, look at this. This is your EMA 20, EMA 9, 7, and SMA 5, and this blue one here is your SMA 50. So we've been above those 5 moving averages, or 4 or 5, whatever, for all this time. And now we're starting to test the underside of the SMA 50, under it. And now on this iteration, we're starting to close beneath the SMA 50. So this, what it's telling me is that we may be able to see a downside here to maybe 634.98. Quick little bounce to validate the moving averages at around 642. Then get this thing to come down. And very likely to see it come down to these lows here. To I would say right at about 614.12-ish, around there. Now let me 5-minute time frame is on a downside pivot. 15-minute time frame downside pivot as well, with expansion, by the way. Let's see, 30-minute time frame also expanding with downside pivot. Hourly time frame downside by hourly time frame. Creating a bearish crossover from the SMA 14. 14-minute time, the 4-hour time frame could be displaying to us the support bottom. And this is what pretty much is telling me that, I think the 4-hour time frame is the sweet spot here. And it would be giving us some bottom line supports down here. So actually we can reach, I can see this thing bouncing from 609. Like we said, right? But the 609 bounce would likely resist from the SMA 5 on a 4-hour and then cover the gap. So closing the gap would be a 591.90. And I think that SMA 50 on the 4-hour with the bottom side of the gap could be the SMA 50's SMA 14. I'm sorry, the RSI's SMA 14 down here. Because if we do get this bounce, that means that we're bouncing from the gravitational zone down here. We shall see. But yeah, it has some pressure, but I don't think it's a reversal pressure. I think it's just a breather. To be completely honest, the weekly range is huge on this. Let's take a look. Holy crap! Yeah, 548 bottom side, 546 bottom side on this. It's so damn big. Inflection on this is 439.02. Like, dude, if like you would have to go in, like I would be very careful with this. This is, yeah, this has a huge upside and downside, both upside and downside. So yeah, man. It moves with BTC. Macro strategies. Oh, this is that sailor guy. This is what's his first name? Tim Sailor or what? Sean Sailor? Oh, I forgot his name. He's the one that holds Popeye. MicroStrategies. He's the sailor guy. He's the owner of MicroStrategies. He owns one of the biggest positions of BTC for the longest time, and I think they continued to accumulate BTC at around 18,000 or 21,000. And people like made fun of him or something. No, I think it was 26,000 or 28, something like that. Michael Saylor. There we go. Yeah, they do, and I think it's located in Sweden. Their reserve. Was it Sweden or it's an? I think it was like a military underground facility. It was like this. It was like a big deal. So right. So he's the CEO of MicroStrategies. So yeah, I think the founder, I think that was Michael Saylor. But dude, he's that guy. Everybody knows him. He's that dude he's the redhead with the scruff on his face. uh yeah, dude, no one knows what the hell they actually do for real. But yeah, I've seen him several times. Several times I've seen him in the Bitcoin conferences and stuff like this right here, right? So it says Michael J. Saylor. He's an American entrepreneur, right, and business executive. He is the executive chairman and co-founder of MicroStrategies, a company that provides business intelligence. So, dude, this guy, yeah, man, this guy. Let me see on a weekly time frame. It doesn't look too much like BTC, I will say. Cause BTC actually has like a upside and then higher up, and then it dipped and then it reaccumulated. But it's near its top, just like Bitcoin sort of is, right? It's 50. It's just around 20,000 shy of its all-time high. So because it ended up reaching 69K, 70K, right around there at November 2021, before it started capitulating. It was a blow off top. But yeah, I do think. Oh well, you know what? Let's put down here a correlation coefficient against BTC and see how much it's grown over the last month, because it could be that they're also accumulating. Let's do. I'm gonna do Bitcoin futures. I'm gonna do BTC1. So yeah, I trust CME more than I do spot price action, but Bitcoin futures, that's it's it's a good thing. Yeah, check it out. It's on a weekly time frame. It's at complete correlation. Well, I mean, it's deviating a little bit right now, but yes, it's very, very highly correlated. Let's see. Dude, not bad. Yeah, this is highly correlated here. Dude, sometimes I feel afraid of things like that when they're a little too. Oh, check this out. Check this out. Weekly time frame golden cross. Holy God. That is stupid. Dude, yeah, this is on a bull run here, and also the weekly time frame RSI is making a bullish crossover to the SMA 14 and getting very close to gravitation here, man. Very close. This is likely to continue to the upside. We just need a short-term distribution here. Pick up some more bulls and let it ride, right? So I do think that it just has to face a little bit of a pullback here, reload, and then continue on. It runs it runs pretty strong. It does. It also remember also the daily time frame tells you that it's running at about around $36 per day. So no, it's not only up $23. It's already reaching its like average potential. So, but remember, it's daily though. So this thing could really it could rip to 20 to almost $40 a day. So, $23 up for this thing, dude, is great. Because there's definitely days that it hasn't done that, man. But at this date in particular, man, this was way above average. You know? So this like 60-point jump here, like 50, 60, 70-point jump, this is likely why your $36 average true range is so pumped. So this thing needs to continue on with the bull pressure that it's having. But I have a feeling that people are investing in the micro strategies because of their position in Bitcoin, and also because Bitcoin's halving. It's getting dangerously close here. So good asset. I will say that it's super expensive. And if you're not tracking Bitcoin carefully, then you could get like massively trapped in here, right? So careful at 669.92. There is a massive gap right there, and this will likely pull back from there. This gap here. And this is so you can see this thing, man. This is a traditional shooting star candle formation here. Very, very traditional. So that's I would play the traditional price action on this too. It does have a lot of traditional practice in it. Well, it's given because it's trading at $646. You know, when you have assets at this valuation, $200, $300, like even $100, all of those assets are traded by, you know, actual traders. So, first move here to the upside, I think that it does have a shot to continue, maybe into tomorrow around the 667. So, meaning that it could reach another $25 to the upside. Where is it now? Are you able to see it in the 24-hour market? I can't view it anymore. My goodness. I don't know my passwords anymore. I was lucky that my Robinhood was still logged in. Right, but now I got an update on my phone, and then it logged me out. I have no idea. I have no idea about how to, you know. It's at 670. Oh, okay.
670 now.
So 670, yeah, that's it. That's its resistance right here, brother. That's a very, very tough area. So let's see if it can combat it. So if it does combat it, right, then your top resistance would be 681. 680. So, in order for us to continue to the upside, a daily closure upside of 680 would be highly, highly respected. Let's see, 670 in the 24-hour market. Yeah, exactly. So, dude, I will say this, man. Yeah, closing a 680 daily candle. Ooh, man. Yeah, it's almost a slide. It looks like there's almost nothing holding back. Maybe 694, right? But from there, oof. This could slide up to that 728. If it rides up to that 728, let's clear the target. Let's clear 661 with a daily closer. So tomorrow market close, if we can close above 661, that would give us a pretty good opportunity here, or at least the bulls a pretty good opportunity to take this thing to to take this thing into the resistance of the 690s, right? And then another daily closure above the 690s would do it. That would do the 30 the full average true range to the 727. So maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday this week this thing could see some of that. And what I will say is that I think that the broader markets have started a deeper decoupling from BTC. You know, it always rides in waves. It's a bunch of crap, right? But if it really starts to kind of deter from the broader markets, then Bitcoin may actually have its own steam to run on, right? Until the Fed, because that's one thing that the Bitcoin will respect. It will respect macro data, CPI, and just the primary macro data. Now, CoinFox is saying, yeah, up a fractional Robinhood shares. So MSTR is a no touch for me until it has a weekly retrace. Fuck that. Yeah, I completely agree. There's too much of a dangerous situation happening into this bottom side of around 587, brother. So the weekly time frame is showing that there could be a massive. I mean, look at it like this, right? So, I mean, because I completely agree with him. If you're looking at your range here as a weekly range, put it in a box, right? Put it in a box just like this, right? Let me sorry about the colors. Let me just minimize that a bit. Your 50% of returns on a weekly time frame are right here, 564. You're sitting at 646 and you're at about 75% to the top. So that means that your room is limited for a continuation here. So if you start reaching that 692, remember we just spoke, closing above 691 on a daily would introduce a higher probability into reaching that 727. But there's no telling if that's going to be just because now that we're on a weekly time frame, this top side matched with this top side, that is a traditional double top on a weekly. And that's where it really has effect. So if there could be a pullback, it would be likely from the 727. But remember that there are daily gaps above us too that need to be combated. Yeah, dude, this is super freaking wild, and I can't just tell you that it's likely going to do this or likely going to do that because Bitcoin is just an entirely independent animal at this point. And these higher weighted companies, they're susceptible to crypto movement. So, dude, we'd have to be super careful trading something like this. But, dude, yeah, thank you for pointing it out. Now I know that there are some opportunities here for some people, but to be honest, team, I think this would be a better long below 528, right? So if it even gets there, right? So that's your big if. It's always going to be there. 528 to 474 would be the ideal area for this thing, right? You have major pivots at 525, right? Major pivots down here at about 411. You have another one at 478. This obvious one down here at 438. And yeah, you don't want to catch yourself in the middle of a crossfire here, man. But it is reaching a really dangerous top, just like it is on Nvidia, just like it is on Netflix, just like it is on SPY, just like it is in the overall broader market spectrum. But yeah, team, I think there are great opportunities here for the market. Aside from that, let's take a look at Meta. Let's see what we have. Oh, you know what? We didn't look at Tesla. What the heck is Tesla telling us? Because this is another one that trades like a freaking madman. My goodness. Right, so let's take a look at this real quick. Let me pull up the daily time frame and see what it has in store. Very nice daily print, I will say that. And it is I think this was the 4-hour inverse herd and shoulders, right? I'm still looking at the top side of 195.39 to 196.38 in the shorter time frame, maybe even into Monday. And let's see, Candace Morrison saying, funny story about an IPO last week, stock with TELO. Story is one person bought the entire float and it got shorted right from the get-go. What? No way. He bought the entire float and got shorted. What? So the insiders shorted? That is. How do you get that? Like I thought IPOs were I thought IPOs there was no shorting available. I thought all IPOs were short sale restrict. Are they? CoinFox, do you know, bro? My son says someone took out a Super Bowl ad against Tesla. Anyone see it? No way. What?
Yeah, you can't short the that IPO.
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense.
I wonder how. Like the only.
Shorts-
Tell me, brother. Sorry. Options. My apologies, brother. Sorry.
No, you can't short from the IPO. It's short sale restricted. That makes no sense.
Wow. They did a pre-IPO with a hedge fund. Well, that's all. Wait. Well, that's always the case. You always have access to buying the asset, prior to listing. That's how people will get to buy, at $5 or below, or whatever that is. Hey, bro, see you tomorrow. Let's short Nancy Pelosi. Joseph, I'm gonna catch you soon, bro. Be safe, man. Oh, dude. Damn, you know what? I don't know, Candace, but that's really interesting that the only reason I would see it dropping is if there was a major holding position inside. That is not part of the reported float. But I don't know how you can get away with that with a brand new listing. Right? Because in order to get the brand new listing out there, you need to report everything, right? So if they're already like, if they had like counterfeit shares already all over the place and they just dumped them, into the supply, then yeah, I guess they can, they can increase supply for a drop in demand or a drop in price. Oh man. Oh geez. Shorted right as it added the IPO, but there shouldn't have any been shares to buy or short. Yeah, that's what I mean. There should not. Yeah, and there's also CoinFox. There's also a lockup period. That's right. I do remember that too. For the insiders, it's untradeable for this very reason. So what I'm wondering here is if they're probably going to do a share recall. Damn. If they're going to do a forced share recall on this, and I don't even know I've never heard of an IPO with a forced share recall right out the gate. But I mean, I guess anything's possible in the markets, right? So if it does get a forced share recall, this thing's probably going to moon, But I can't say, right? Those are things that are just highly speculated. There's no way in hell that I could ever tell you that. Well, they did it, and now someone is in deep. What? Ian? Wait. Ian is telling me that they did a forced share recall. They actually did. I was just joking. I've never ever seen that in an IPO. Oh, okay. Ooh. No, that's not the answer. Okay, what are you saying? Because I was like, oh, no way. So they did. Options. Yeah, this is kind of a black swan happening here. Apparently there was position short availability. How do we know though? How do we know that it was, did it show up as a reported? Because we're not getting, dude, I hate speaking about this. I'm going to be honest. I don't like it, but they don't have T+1 or they don't have T0 either. So how would we know? Let's see. It was reported 2 million short shares. Who reported it?
Yeah, where's this information?
You're talking about the brokers reported a short share count of 2 million, like Interactive Brokers or something like that. Wow. Yeah, so until proven guilty here, but that's a lot. That's a lot of damn. Somebody, I mean, yeah, I guess so, man. I guess like I say, right, anything can happen in the markets, but if that's the damn truth here, holy crap, somebody's going to get big ass fired and sued because that's against all traditional rules. And I don't that's borderline predatory, man. That's for real something else. And especially if some dude, remember that this is all rumor too, because some dude bought the entire float. I don't even know that could you legally do that? It was completely locked up by one person. So that's already one thing that's questionable for me. Like, will they allow somebody to do that? Because when you're talking about buying the entire float, that can be considered a hostile takeover. You know, so that means that this guy has majority rule, or he has the availability to say what goes in the company. Like, he's gonna have to file a 13. What is it? I hate the fucking fundamentals. I'm still here. I think it's a 13F. He has to file for owning above 4% of the share, the available float. And if you own above that 4%, then you have say. So if this guy's owning the entire fucking thing, he could technically take over the company, you know?
That's not necessarily the case, Arca.
No? What are you thinking?
Well, it's just because the available float, what's available at the DTCC, I mean, that could be a very small number because it's already, the float that was originally put out has already been bought up and held. So what's at the DTCC and available could be a very small number, and it could be less than the 5% of what is actually out there, but's being held by other investors.
At IPO, though.
Oh, at IPO?
See, yeah, this is an IPO. So I'm wondering if the rules are still the same after. I know what you're talking about, but it's like, because this was the first traded day last week. So I'm like, is that the case still? I don't know. I'm not that.
You'd have to see the whole share structure,
right?
What's being held by the company and the principals, and if there's any institutionals that bought in pre IPO. Like when Rivian came out as an IPO, you had Ford and Amazon. They were the biggest shareholders, other than the actual the principals of Rivian, and they owned way more than what the float was put out for the IPO. So there's a lot of variables there that will make it. And I don't know anything about this ticker. I've never heard anything about it.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, you're talking about our offerings, and that usually happens like a pre-sale, right before the listing or before the public trade.
Yeah, well, it's all underwritten by angel investors. Like I'm using Rivian because it's a big company,
sure,
and it was backed up by big institutions, and backed up by big investors such as Ford and Amazon. Bezos and Ford own huge amounts of it, and those are restricted shares that they couldn't put onto the market. They have to hold them for a certain time frame so the stock can hold its value.
I'm sorry, OGG, I missed this. Sorry, I missed this. Aaron is saying that the CEO bought the whole float on the day on the IPO trading day.
Yeah,
and then and the stock traded 200,000 more shares than usual. So they're talking about potentially synthetic shares. So
yeah,
if that's the case,
something illegal.
Yeah, I don't know. And then, dude, why would the CEO buy all of that? Isn't that like a conflict of interest?
What is this company? Why are we looking at it?
I don't know. Just somebody just pointed out it's kind of like a black swan situation. It's because it was shorted, and there's a short sale restriction on IPOs. What firm handled it? Yeah, CoinFox.
I'm reading all the SEC filings right now.
Huh. And CoinFox asked what firm handled the IPO. If it was like a turd firm, then they probably had their own shares that they unloaded due to overpriced IPO on a shit company. That's exactly what I said earlier. I was thinking that inside there could have been already a major position hold, but like outside of a lockup period, like that's also something to question. Damn, this is a really interesting situation. Never have I ever.
Yeah, there's plenty than one owner.
Wow. So 15-minute is a no touch. It means no interest. It's been open 1 day. Yeah, dude. There's no historical data. It's a wild hog. You know, it will like it's you trying to
up on.
Yeah, it's like you trying to chase like a chicken. You know.
Is it an
Bayshore
OTC
Trust
or a NASDAQ or what is it?
Bayshore Trust owns 10%.
Wow. What a trap. What a trap. I wonder if, yeah, dude, at this point, I'm like, who is the CEO and why do they have it out on him? I don't know, man. I don't know, but that's very, that's super shady. That's very shady. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, probably. Knowing this kind of crap is around it, it'll probably go to zero. We're like, dude, that's those are dangerous times right there, man. That'll really put a dent in your life. Candace, what does? So Aaron is saying the stock IPO price was $7 a share, and the stock naked shorted to $5. The CEO bought at 10 p.m. Eastern. The whole company of ticker symbol TELO. I wonder if it's a legitimate company at this point.
Is it on the OTC?
Is this a NASDAQ listing or yeah, so yeah, Options is reading the filings and he's calling bullshit on it. So there's probably something.
Read all the filings. You guys got to read the filings. You can't just be listening to the rumors that are out there from these guys. You got to read all the filings yourself.
The filings will tell you. Yeah, agreed.
Don't listen to the people that scream naked shorting, naked shorting. Those are the people you want to turn off and never follow.
That's it's a little dangerous, but I will tell you that you will find everything you ever need for your investment, man. So the SEC filings will tell you even when they want to dilute. And a lot of the times people wonder how they stay away from jail time. But that's how, is that they tell you, but they just don't bank that you're going to read it. And then it's freaking for sure no one reads it. You know, so I mean, the thing is that a lot of the times the SEC filings may have a little bit of a lawyer jargon, you know, so it's going to be a little difficult to decipher. But I'm sure that you could find something like Bard or something like ChatGPT, even the free one, and ask it like small questions like, "What does this sentence mean?" Without pointing out that it's particularly for a live ticker or something like that. You would just ask the AI, like, what does this mean interpreted into English? Like, tell me as though I was a 5-year-old. And it'll probably break it down for you, right? There are several resources out there for you to be able to determine what these lawyers are trying to say and behind closed doors.
Going to buy offerings already set at a certain set price. So as soon as it goes to the open market, that those offerings are allowed to exercise X amount of shares at an X price. So if it opens up at $7 and these offerings that were already pre-writ into what you're talking about are allowed to exercise and buy their shares at $5.84, well, guess what happens? That $7 asset goes down to $5.84 because that's where these people are allowed to put their shares on the market at and sell what they were able to get it underwritten at. I mean, there's so many, and it has nothing to do with naked shorting. It's an offering that's already written into the deal. But if you're not reading the filings, then you have no idea why it's going down. And a lot of people just assume out of ignorance that it's being naked shorted when it's not. It's 100% people exercising an offering that was pre-written into the deal.
Facts. Yeah. And the CEO did not buy the entire float. That's a rumor. Read the SEC filings. It says who owns what. A lot of large shareholders here. A lot of Bayshore Trust owns almost 10 million shares. They're a 10% owner of the company. There's multiple. If you go through them, you'll see what I'm looking at. Look at all the Form 3s.
Yep. For the person upstairs over here asking me about Chainlink, there is an immediate short-term danger. Although I see that the 5-minute time frame is reaccumulating or reestablishing its position above the SMA 50, and it is the thing here is that it's a very small time frame formation, right? But nonetheless, it's still bull pennant on the 5-minute time frame. So this has a shot to making its top side to the SMA 200 at around $20.16. I will say that there is a present danger within this ticker because of the hourly time frame volume, right? So we have decreasing volume here. We have some increasing price on this. You could be in the precipice of potentially building a dead cat bounce here. So there is also the danger of coming back down to the area of $19.77. And the only way we'll be able to really know that it would be the continuous rejection off of this 5-minute EMA 200. Continue rejecting off of that, and paired with falling beneath the SMA 50 again, then your inflection point would sit right here at $19.96, and failing this with at least a 5-minute, maybe 15-minute or 30-minute candle will introduce to you 1985 followed by 1977. If you fall beneath 1977, this will be a stronger pullback and one that you don't want to be around for, right? So that 1977 is a very, very clear area of support, right? So if you do fail it, please know that I am looking for further downside targets leading somewhere into the area of around 1930. Okay, so that could be a major loss here for this ticker. So I would consider no play. I would consider no play on this asset until moving above prior days high. And I will say that in 18 hours and 23 minutes, otherwise tomorrow market close, Chainlink would then have printed tweezer top on the daily time frame, which could introduce some further pressure. And that I can see a bounce from the 1976 here, no matter what. So the daily low is going to be tested again, and if it's tested again with a print of tweezers, that may introduce the 1930s. Okay, so careful with this one, buddy. This one is it's a little dangerous. Remember, Bitcoin topping off at that 50,000 top. It's going to present a lot of danger for everything under the major networks, right? So careful. And but yeah, man, very interesting story with that ticker, man. TELO. That's really something. Really, really something. Now, as far as earnings, do we have any earnings plays coming up tomorrow morning? Is there anything worth our time? Do we want to trade anything? Also, CoinFox, I'm sorry that you're still in here, buddy. If you need to sign out and get some rest, please, by all means, take the time. I apologize for coming in so late. You know, the family was watching Super Bowl and all that good stuff. And yeah. What's up, Michael? Good to see you here. And let's see. So CoinFox saying BTC should be running down close to 45K zone this week. Agreed. Coincides with macro strategies 550 level 2. Completely agreed. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's so much information out there, says CoinFox. I'm sorry, own options is saying. Definitely have to read up. Okay, team. So let's take a look at the potential earnings coming up. Let's see. Let's see what we have. What's the date today? Today's the 11th. We're going to go to 12. Let's see. What the hell is that one? Is that APAM? Not already reported. Artist saw. Let's see. Waste management. I could have sworn we already saw waste management and all that stuff report. But that's saying tomorrow. Let's see. After hours on Tuesday. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we have waste management on Tuesday. This is going to be one to look at. This is going to be after hours though. It might be a mover. Let's see what else we have. I'll see you, coin. Yeah, that's true. I hear that. People are going to be calling sick like crazy. I wonder if that's going to be the case institutionally too. I will say that I'm not sure. But you know what? With you saying that, I actually do think that Arca. Need your opinion on Stellaris earnings Thursday, also 52-week high. Thursday earnings. What's the ticker symbol on that, Joe? Sorry, guys. I'm actually looking at the Arca Bulls trading team. But I'll see you, coin. Be safe, brother. Potentially. Yeah, I hope not, because then it would be just like Friday, and that sucked. That was terrible. It was teeth grinding. So, but yeah, what's Joe H? What is the ticker for that? Do you say us? Let me see. Yeah, and I need you to tell me what NYSC STLA? Stellantis? STLA, right? Okay. Wow. What? No way. These are incredible gap ups. And Thursday, well, remember that the Thursday earning for the when we trade it on the day, it doesn't matter. Earnings beat or earnings miss, it doesn't matter, because we'll just have to trade the guidance. Hold on. Let me just open up that window. It's getting it's super hot. It's very hot in here. But now we should have that crazy 29-degree weather breeze coming in. So yeah, what I was saying is that for the initial for the reporting candle, or for the reporting day, there's no saying what it is. The first thing that's popping out of my mind here, popping into my eyes here, is actually the 3 bars of declining volume with increasing price. So this is it's feeling like it wants to retrace here, and we could potentially validate something like that. So chat saying, hey Arca, how's it going, brother? Congratulations on making the Pumper Bowl. You're a big underdog against Ham, though. I don't see you getting past the first round. Apparently I was going to get demolished, but brother, we were discussing that here just about an hour ago. The freaking Pumper Bowl, man. What the hell happened? Okay, right here, look at my screen. What the hell? This dude. All right, buddy. After hours market tomorrow, ANET. Thank you, Cryptic. I'll catch you later, brother. Please be safe. I was just gonna look at this one more for option for the Joe H and then cut it. But yeah, take care, OGG. I'll see you guys. But yeah, team, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick, right? So yeah, immediately, what I'm observing here is the declining volume with the 3 days of inclining price, right? So that always presents a potential downside, right? So let's try to validate that with a 4-hour time frame and see what momentum is telling us, right? So let me just, I hate it that I don't have my stochastics. Yeah, 4-hour time frame. They're completely wow. So everything is just overbought here. Let's see the oof. Okay. Is this at an all-time high? That's the better question here. Or are we close to one? We are close to one. Okay, so the 8-hour and 12-hour time frame. I'm not sure how credible this is going to be, but they are still suggesting a continuation to the upside. So is the buy daily, and so is the daily time frame. So let me see something here. Bi-weekly and monthly. My goodness. It is suggesting. Damn. Brother, there is a massive bi-weekly bullish engulfing print here. So technically speaking, this is, potentially going to make a further upside, even beyond the 24.55. But they're not at the get-go, right? So right off the bat, I can see that on maybe, what is the tomorrow's average true range? Let's see. That's going to be set to about 40. Oh, it's a very slow mover. 47 cents. 24.42 and 24.42 at after hours. Okay. I don't think that we can make it to the beyond the 24.95, but I'm seeing the probabilities of hitting the all-time high tomorrow. Right? Because 41 to 95, that's just shy of 50 cents. So it's right around the average true range. So in other words, this could be setting up a pretty massive double top. But the double top, it would start to really mean something to the bulls if we fall beneath 24.41, where we presently are, because of this right here. So falling beneath that 24.41 would introduce this bottom side here of about 23.67 to the top side of this daily gap at about 23.74. So if that's the case here, then this has a high probability of topping out at that top side on Monday, tomorrow, and then followed by reaching the inflection point of 24.41 by either also tomorrow or maybe into Tuesday. So by then we're gonna know the strength of it for continuation. But the upper time frames are suggesting a push beyond that 24.95. But remember that the upper time frames are guided, and they're guided by the immediate short-term push. So it really depends on where that short-term push will be. Right, that's going to determine how strong the push will be for the continuation of the STLA asset. But good eye on this one, brother. Please be careful. Please be careful on this. But I would start to clean position here right at about the areas of about 24.83 or maybe even 24.80, as there could be a massive take profit right around that area right there, right? So it's, there's still the potential of hitting the $25 target right on the money, creating a little wick up there, but that's not your bet, right? Your bet would be to probably just distribute or release position shy of the target, bag, making sure that everyone else gets bagged, just not you. But I think this is pretty good. So Joe H, I do hope that you get the play that you're looking for on this one, my brother. but there's an opportunity here for both short and long, and we could be, we could see a better future into tomorrow's close. But yeah, team, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Please remember that I will be streaming in the mornings, and I will be trading with the Arca Bulls trading team in the dark. Okay, we're going to be trading privately in the Arca Bulls Discord. Okay, so please make sure to hit the link I just attached here in the YouTube. Join, but subscribe using a PC, right? Subscribe using a computer, and then everything will be accessible to you on your phone. I think the subscription package is the only thing that's a little weird. So please consider hitting that link. Join us, because I will say that we've been pretty consistent with the gains that we've been accumulating here, and it's also very it's an educational space. All right, team, with a slight kick in the butt if you mess up. Whoop-ah! I'm just playing, team. Really appreciate everybody for coming on by. Make sure to hit that link, and we will be good to go, team. But have a good night, everybody. And if any questions, you know where to reach out to me always, okay? So, Candace, take care. Coin Fox, I already said good night to you. Aaron, thank you for everything. Chad, Vivian, love you, buddy. And for my team already in the Arca Bulls chat, Ian, Options, guys, take care, okay? Please be safe out there. So I will see you in the morning. I'm going to try to do a pre-market prep before we start trading, right? And then everything will be even more chillin'. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, forever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night, and I will catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios.